All right, man. So Brazil's Trump, Jair Bolsonaro, is in heavy, heavy trouble. Now, as you guys know, Bolsonaro is a fascist. He's anti-LGBT, all of that stuff. And so he was only able to win because his opponent, Lula da Silva, who was, I guess, well, he at the time he was one of the most popular politicians in the entire world. He was barred from running, and he was actually incarcerated because of a fake corruption case that actually they found out that the prosecutor ended up being like Bolsonaro's like vice president or like part of his administration or something. And so we found all that out, like, oh, that whole thing was a scam, by the way. Jimmy Dore supported what happened to Lula at the time. He was supporting the fake corruption investigations and all that stuff. So all the polls had Lula winning, but he was barred from running because he was incarcerated. Now that was overturned by a judge, so now he is able to run. And Bolsonaro, similarly to Trump, has completely flopped when it came to coronavirus. He showed his brutal incompetency, which anybody could see from miles away. And so he is incredibly unpopular now. Lula is destroying him in the polls from what I've seen. So it appears that they have like a runoff system where in their elections, if somebody doesn't get 50%, you go into a runoff and the person with the most highest percentage wins. But it says Bolsonaro says he has three possible futures: being arrested, killed, or victory. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro told evangelical leaders in a meeting on Saturday that, quote, I have three alternatives for my future: being arrested, killed, or victory with regard to the 2022 presidential election. However, Bolsonaro vowed that no one would intimidate him amid growing unrest in a country that criticized him for not adhering to masking guidelines and is investigating him for his handling of the coronavirus pandemic. He also has been accused of spreading misinformation about the coronavirus, with YouTube pulling videos from his channel in July. Far-right president has also cast doubt on the electronic voting system in Brazil, claiming that it can succumb to fraud, and argued that the country instead used printed receipts, the Wire service reported. Says Brazil's Superior Electoral Court has criticized the idea of the country using printed ballots, and current and former Supreme Court justices have stated that no fraud exists within the country's voting system. Now, typically, you do want written ballots. But, maybe this allegation he's making is similar to the big lie from Donald Trump. A lot of times it does kind of just seem like Bolsonaro is just kind of like a blatant copy of Trump. It's his former Brazilian president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who is running against Bolsonaro, has claimed that the far-right president was trying to take the public's attention away from the country's poverty and unemployment by focusing on the issue of paper ballots, New York Times reported. According to a Poder data poll conducted between August 2nd and August 4th, the 2022 election were to happen today, Bolsonaro would lose to da Silva 52% to 32% in a head-to-head matchup. Now, the thing is, I don't know what the poll numbers, because I don't think that it's a head-to-head first round. I think there's a bunch of candidates in the first round. So I doubt it's likely that Lula would win in the first round, although that would be a resounding victory. But he has a 20-point head-to-head matchup lead. So I think that there's virtually no chance of Bolsonaro winning. And assuming that there's no kind of complications with Lula's case in terms of, his previous incarceration on the fake corruption charges, he should end up winning this election for sure. I don't see why he would lose. He's winning in the polls by quite a massive margin. And Bolsonaro's approval is just so low because he completely mishandled the coronavirus pandemic. And you see that a lot of people, man, they'll go against the status quo with some idiot like Trump or Bolsonaro or somebody like that, and then within one term it fails massively, and they're like, oh shit, I want that back. That's what appears to be going on here. So Bolsonaro looks like he's going to go down. The election is in 2022. I believe it's in about like a year. I think it's held in October. So I'll keep you updated as the election continues to go on.